Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. I am your host, the notorious H.I.M. I am the head coach of the Brooklyn Crab Brawlers, and we have week 3 of the Battle Hub Draft League. This time we're facing H.I.M. Definitely a scary team here, so we have our work cut out for us here. So as you guys are able to see, these are the mons that I'm packing. I've prepped against this team, and I'm very afraid of the Rabambi, bro. Like, having sticky webs is just so dangerous sometimes, bro. Like, it's just insane. But I actually have to be very careful with this. I'm thinking about just leading with Gyarados, because if he leads a Rabambi, I'm gonna go for my Terra. I'm rocking Terra Grass with Gyarados this week, so I'll be able to dodge any stun spores, stuff like that. Go for a waterfall to break any potential satches. Then go for the Dragon Dance the next turn, and then be able to kind of be in a position to kind of capitalize and take things out. So I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not really sure what H.I.M wants to kind of lead with here, but he has some scary mods, bro. The Ogerpon is very impressive, and I think from the start of my league, I faced Ogerpons, bro. First week against Emerald Miner, second week against against Captain Beanard, and then this week against H.I.M. I've been facing the Ogerpons all day, all night, bro. Every day, every night, it's a battle, bro. Every day, every night, it's a struggle. So let's see what we're able to do. Good luck, H.I.M. Have fun with the battle, bro. Like, let's just make it a good battle. Like I said, bro, let's do this, bro. So my play 100% is to lead with Gyarados. He ends up making a really great play into Crocodile here. Now I get to kind of get a little bit of information here. So he's actually Intimidate, not Moxie, which is actually going to be really good. Even though my attack is lower with Gyarados here, that's fine, because I'm just going to go for a Dragon Dance here and be an ultra threat. I could very easily just go for damage. I'm predicting this thing to be Choice Scarf. Like True Say, like this thing definitely likes to run the Choice Scarf. So I'm thinking that he will be the Choice Scarf set. So I could very easily just switch out into Thickerbell here, but my play, I'm just going to go for my Terra, go for a Dragon Dance, and now I'm going to be a threat to everything else coming in. Like, nothing else really wants to deal with a Gyarados 1v1. So I go for my big Terra right here, go into a Terra Grass, and this should absolutely be able to resist anything he wants to go for. If he wants to go for knockoff, he can. If he wants to go for Crunch, he can. If he wants to go for Stone Edge, he certainly can. I'm going to resist all of that. So he ends up going for a big Stone Edge here, and it does a pretty good amount of damage, but I get the Dragon Dance. The one thing that I don't want to do, and honestly, I know that with him being Choice Scarf, I do need another Dragon Dance in order to outspeed this thing, but I don't want to risk the critical hit on the Stone Edge. If he gets a crit, that can very easily knock out the Gyarados from this range. He could very well miss, but I don't really want to deal with that. So I'm going to go for a big waterfall here, and if he wants to stay in, you will absolutely lose this Crocodile. So you better come correct, H.I.M. I'm not really sure what you want to leave, go out into, but if you leave this Crocodile in, bro, this shit is going down, bro. There's not a doubt in my mind that I wouldn't be able to take this thing out. He makes a smart play and switches out. He ends up going into Rotom Heat here, which is absolutely amazing. But True Say, like, I'm just gonna go for a big waterfall, and that's gonna do insane damage to you. So let's see what you're able to do. Let's see what you're able to kind of counter and do here. If he's Choice Scarf, which obviously he's not, because he reveals the leftovers here, it's gonna be over, bro. Like, I will absolutely be able to secure the. Let's see what he's able to do here. I mean, I don't think that Rotom is gonna be able to do anything. If you want to switch out, you certainly can, bro. Like, it's not gonna be the end of the world if you decide to switch out here and save this thing, but something else is gonna get chipped, bro. Like, that's the mistake, right? You don't want to switch out into Crocodile here to take the extra damage. You want to come out into this shit clean, bro. So I go for another waterfall, and that's gonna definitely be enough to take out this Rotom and get me the big Moxie boost, which is gonna be insane, bro. Like, you have to understand, bro. With Gyarados, you're gonna have a hard time, bro. You're gonna have a real difficult time kind of dealing with this shit 1v1. So you're gonna have to, show me something here, because I don't think that he's gonna. Yeah, I really don't know what he's gonna be able to do here. But whatever he decides to come out with, bro, like, he's gonna have to deal with, basically a +1 Gyarados, because he did get the Intimidate off on me the first turn. So can a +1 attack Gyarados beat this thing 1v1? So I go for a big Earthquake, and it does insane damage to this Golden Goal. Oh my god, bro, it almost knocks him out, he's definitely running a bulky set, bro. Like there's really no way. But me avoiding the T-Wave, bro, was absolutely crucial. I'm so sorry, Allman, because I really don't see a way with him, with Gyarados having the speed that he has. I don't see a way for you to kind of get out of this early on, bro. Like I'm really not seeing how you're gonna be able to counter this, because another Earthquake is absolutely gonna kill. You don't want to come in and take extra damage. So I'm really not sure what you want to do here. I'm not sure what you want to go for, but my play 100%. Just go for another Earthquake, knock this thing out, just put this thing down in the dirt, and and move on to greener pastures. So let's see what you're able to do here. Unfortunately, and I was actually messaging him during the battle about that 2-way, bro. Like, that's just so unfortunate, bro. But you know, Pokemon, bro, the game we love and play, like it was a 75% accurate move, and unfortunately the Pokemon gods were in favor of Almond with that T-Wave. So I end up getting another Moxie boost, bro. And this is starting to get ridiculous, bro. Like you have to do something, bro. Like, you have to do something about this Gyarados. You have to take care of this, because if you don't, he certainly will. This Gyarados, do not play around, bro. Like, this is a red Gyarados, bro. Legit red Gyarados, bro. Like, this shit is insane, bro. Like, you're gonna have to do something about this, bro. You cannot have him do this to you. So I'm fully expecting him, if he's Choice Scarf with the Crocodile, he can certainly come out now. But what are you gonna have for this thing? What can you possibly do? What coverage move can you go for that's gonna be able to do anything to this? I'm really not sure if he's thinking real hard about his next play here. So out comes the Crocodile, basically all but confirming that it's Choice Scarf, right? Like I really don't need any other confirmation from me that this is Choice Scarf, right? Had he been anything else, he would not come out with this, except to probably just get an Intimidate, probably switch out. I mean, he could do a cheeky play like that, but I'm basically, you know, in position here. He goes for a big gunk shot, and that takes out Rampage. Oh my God, bro. That was insane, bro. But he certainly needed it. So I'm really happy, actually. I'm real happy that Gyarados actually went down. You hate to see it. I would have loved to actually, you know, kind of blow everything away with Gyarados, but this just makes for a much more interesting battle. So now that I know he's locked into Gunk Shot, I could very easily just go out into Raw Sewage here, go for a big knockoff on something, probably go for, you know, maybe even a flat dread play, go for a U-turn, because him being Choice Scarf isn't even a thing. And that's one of the reasons why I run the Choice Scarf on Dragon Ball here, because I know that I would be able to outspeed. I just need to whittle him down a little bit. I need a little bit of chip on this thing to guarantee that a Choice Scarf set will be able to take him out with a Draco Meteor later on. So my play 100%, go for a U-turn. If he wants to save this, be my guest. If you want to switch out into something else, that's totally fine. You're going to take the chip. It's going to give me some momentum here, which is going to be great. Out comes the Peckish, the Grafaiai, and this is you know, definitely a good mod, but with the team that I constructed, I'm prepared for this, bro. I know that he can't go for Prankster on Muck. He's actually gonna have to do something about this Muck too, because this Muck is a problem, bro. Like, you have to do something about this, and you're gonna have to come correct. So out comes the Raw Sewage, and I decide, you know what? I'm just gonna outbar knockoff. If I'm able to get his item off, I know I won't be able to poison this, but at least I can make it a little bit less useful. Especially with Prankster, he's not going to be able to use that to good effect against me here. So I'm going to go to a big knockoff, and that should be enough to kind of put him in a position where he has to really think carefully about his next move. If he doesn't want to switch something else in, take a knockoff, you know, potentially get poisoned, he don't want that. So he ends up going for a parting shot, so maybe he forgot that the dark type, the Prankster wouldn't work on that, but I go for a big knockoff, does a lot of damage, and gets rid of his heavy duty boots, which is amazing. So I don't want to switch out into anything else. I'm just going to go for another knockoff. If he wants to let this thing go down, that just takes away a huge threat out of the way, because I believe that thing gets like a Will-O-Wisp and all types of other moves that he could utilize with the Prankster ability. So I decided just to go another knockoff. If I can, that'd be great, you know, just to kind of knock this thing out. But whatever he wants to go for is certainly fine. He actually ends up going for a knockoff on me, which is, you know, gonna come in real clutch for him, because that takes away my ability to kind of passive heal there with the black sludge. So I'm not too sure what he actually wants to kind of bring into here, because obviously Muck, you know, Muck is just such a great mon, bro. It's gonna be real difficult for him to kind of get around some of these mons here. But out comes the Crocodile. This thing is insane, bro, and I really glad that it's not Moxie and actually it's Intimidate, because had it been Moxie, this thing would have been an absolute nightmare, bro. I actually have to think here. Do I want to switch out into Thickabell? I know he's packing the Gunk Shot, and I don't want to risk Thickabell just yet. I really just don't want to lose Muck either, bro. So I actually have to make a choice. Which is going to be more important? Now that the Grafai is gone, I really don't have no need to utilize Muck anymore. So I allow Muck to go down. Unfortunately, you hate to see it. I would have more for Muck to kind of continue to do some shit here, but I still need some of my other mons in the back. And now that he's locked into Earthquake, I could very easily just come out with Thickabell here, go for either a Stealth Rock or go for a Moonblast, threaten this thing out, because I believe a Moonblast will actually kill this thing from full health. So he probably knows that. Omen is not a dumb player, bro. Like, he knows what to do. So I'm pretty confident that he knows the situation that he's in. He knows he can't knock me out with an Earthquake. He knows something's gonna potentially take some damage with the Moonblast. So he does a real clean move and switches out here into the Ogerpon, which is great. Unfortunately, I do end up getting my Stealth Rocks up, but it doesn't break the sturdy on this. So I'm actually going to decide to stay in here because I am rocking the Rocky Helmet for the exact reason to break the sturdy on this. If he hits me, he's going to go, he's not going to have a good time. So I end up going for an Encore here. So I'm actually going to lock him in to the Trailblaze here. This, yo, Clefable is amazing, bro. I love this mod, bro. This shit, I see the thing coming every week, bro. What are you going to do? Right? You know what this thing is going to go for, but what the fuck are you going to do about it? So I go for a big Encore. I know he's locked in. Now is a perfect opportunity for me to just go for a big Moonlight, get back up to some good health, and then probably just go for a Moonblast to weaken this shit down. Because once I get this shit to a certain point, I know that Infernape will be able to clean up with Mach Punch. Once I get certain mons whittled down, and that's going to be the best thing about having the Stealth Rocks up. Every time he comes in with that Crocodile, it's going to take that Stealth Rocks damage. It's going to take a little bit more off that health meter and allow me to start being able to capitalize with the Mach Punches, with shit like that. So I'm keeping that in my back pocket because I know it's going to come in handy later on to be able to deal with that Crocodile later on. So I decide, you know what? Now that I'm at a pretty good level of health, I'm going to go for a Moonblast. If you want to switch the Ogerpon out, you certainly can, but something is going to take this damage. Something is going to take the Moonblast. It hits everything on his side of the field. Maybe not for super effective damage, everything on his side of the field enough to kind of, put some things in a good position for Infernape to kind of come in and start clicking that Mach Punch. I could probably even fool him thinking maybe that I'll be Choice Banded or something if I start coming in and clicking that move. So I'm not really sure what he wants to do here. Again, the world is his oyster. If he wants to switch out, be my guest. I already got the Stealth Rocks up. So he actually ends up withdrawing the Ogerpon and going out into the Rabambi. And this shit is scary, bro. Like, I really don't want to have to deal with the Sticky Web, bro. Because now that I have my Moonblast, it does an incredible amount of damage to this thing. And I'm not sure if he wants to just go for an attack or if he wants to go for the Moonblast. So I'm actually really thinking here, do I want to go for an Encore? But what I'm actually thinking is probably the better play is to get rid of this thing entirely. Even if he gets up the Stealth Rocks, I know that Golden Go is gone, so I can just come in with Sand Slash later on to get a Rapid Spin to get away any Sticky Webs if he does go for it. He actually ends up showing me the Terra here, which is amazing, bro. This thing is insane, and he goes for the Terra Fire, so obviously he's gonna resist that Moonblast now. It's not gonna be able to do that much damage to him, and he actually does an incredible amount of damage to me. Unfortunately, I no longer have Muck, so Muck is not gonna be able to come in here and live any hits, knock back with a knockoff or something like that. So unfortunately, I do have to let Thickabell go down here, and he actually ends up taking me out with the Rabambi. But as you guys are able to see, look at the level of health. I know that that Infernape can come in here and go for a big Mach Punch. I know that he'll be able to knock this thing out and kill this thing from this range. So that's exactly what I do. I have 3 mons left. I need to make some moves here, and I go for a big Mach Punch just to knock this thing clean out. I have to get this thing up out of here, and luckily he didn't go for the sticky webs, so I'm real happy about that. Down goes the Rabambi, which is great, but now this just baits in the Crocodile, because obviously if he is Choice Scarf, like, I'm pretty confident, bro. Like, I'm like 98 to 99% sure that he is Choice Scarf on this. He has to be, right? Like there's really no reason that he wouldn't be not coming in on this, right? Like, I naturally outspeed, so I definitely am expecting him to go for like an Earthquake or something. I don't know if he's gonna want to try to predict me to switch, but honestly, my best play right here is to just go off into the Sand Slash. If I'm able to go off into Sand Slash, I know I'll be able to live any one hit. I'll probably be able to fire back off with a big Earthquake, because I think I should be able to live 2. I think I EV'd this thing to be able to live 2. So let's see what we got to do here. Let's see what we can go for. I go out into Super Saiyan 3 to Sand Slash, and this thing is a beast, bro. Do not sleep on Sand Slash. Sand Slash is an absolute unit, bro. Like, you really don't want no smoke with this Sand Slash. So I go for a big Sand Slash play right here, and now I can just decide. He actually ends up going for the Earthquake, so it does pretty good amount of damage, right? It knocks me down to a little bit, probably right about half, right? So another one will most likely take me out, but I'm just gonna go for Earthquake because I need the damage on the Crocodile. If he stays in and I'm able to live and I can get the damage off, that'll be great, bro. I need as much damage as I can get on this Crocodile to lower it down for the Infernape play later on. I'm definitely feeling that I have a little bit more control in this battle. Definitely that I have left, so we are gonna rock this out. I'm gonna go for Earthquake. There's really no reason that I shouldn't, bro. Let's go ahead and go for this Earthquake, but he does end up withdrawing and goes out into the Ogre Pod. So let's see how much damage I'm able to get with this. Let's see what we're able to do. So luckily he does get damaged by the Stealth Rocks. I go for the Earthquake here, and it is enough to take him out, which is amazing. Now he's down to his last mon, and I basically have this in the bag, bro. Like, we basically got week 3 wrapped up and locked up. So thank you so much, Almond. I will say that right now, but guys, you know, all I have to do really is just go for damage. I definitely want to leave this thing in. I don't want to let this thing go for a big attack on me. So this is basically his last mod, and I just need a little bit of damage on this to be able to clean up with either the Infernape or the Dragapult. Because I'm running Choice Scarf on the Dragapult, I know ultimately I can just use that to knock this thing out. So I'm gonna go for a big Earthquake here just to get off as much damage as I want. If he wants to go for Crunch, he certainly can, but obviously he doesn't want to lock himself into one move. He's probably just gonna go for the most damaging move he can, which is probably the Earthquake. So let's see what you're able to do, Almond. But honestly, guys, I really believe that we are in a level of control here that I don't see how we could really mess this up here. So I'm just gonna go for a big Earthquake. If he wants to kill me, he certainly can. He does go for an Earthquake, and I knew it would be pretty close, but he does end up getting the bit of a higher roll there and knocking me out there. So that's really great for him. Luckily, he's not Moxie, because if he is, bro, that would be insane, bro, and it would be real hard to kind of come in and not be able to deal with this thing. But luckily, I do have Zuko here with the big Mach Punch in the back, and that's exactly what I'm going to go for. I know he will be faster. There's really no point. I know he's Choice Scarf, so I'm going to go for a big Mach Punch, do as much damage as I can. He ends up going for the Earthquake, which is absolutely going to take out Zuko. So unfortunately, Zuko didn't get a kill here, but he definitely put this in position for us to take this battle, and we, the Brooklyn Crab Brawlers, will end up going, I believe we are 2-1 on the season. So 2 wins, 1 loss so far, but we have our work cut out for us in the next weeks. Thank you so much, Almond, for the battle. I definitely appreciate you, man. You did an amazing job kind of bringing it back, because I thought really and truly that Gyarados would have been able to kind of clean you up from the beginning there. So you did a really great job kind of making it the battle here, and I really do appreciate you, man. But my play is 100% just to go for a Draco Meteor. I know that I'll be able to live at least 2, so I'll be able to get at least 2 Draco Meteors off. If I do miss, I just gotta pray and hope, pray to God that I don't miss, bro, because this is basically Dragapult's only job here is to just go for a Draco Meteor and land it. So that's exactly what I do. I do connect it, and that should be enough to take out the Crocodile. So guys, if you do enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe. It's been your boy, the notorious H.I.M. I'm him, and I'm out. Peace!